we're gaining lots of information with Danielle. She is like a powerhouse of knowledge, like powerful, powerful. So I hope you're absorbing it all.
So grateful that you're here. I want to talk to you about what happened to you in 2019 when you were introduced to this material and where you are now and what that journey's been like. And really, I was saying to everyone, like, Kathleen, you were here in a masterclass just like this,
Hmm.
where I was talking about self-image, universal laws, that you can be, do, and have everything, anything that you desire.
Yeah, and I remember I was listening to you and I sent you a message. It might have been on Facebook or something. And I said something along the lines of like, when you're done, I need to talk to you. I was like, whatever it is that you're talking about or you're selling, I'm in. Like, I was like, I have to know what this is. And then I think we were on a phone call maybe like an hour later.
Yeah. And you're like, I don't know what I have to do, just like you tell me.
And then you told me that you told me the price, and I was like, oh, I don't know, but we'll see about it. And then I remember asking Chris, and he was like, absolutely not, like absolutely not. And I called you back, and I was like, okay, he says no, and you were like, okay, but in what way did you approach him? And I remember I approached him in this energy of like, I want to do this, and he said no, and I said, how dare you? Like, how can you tell me what I can and can't do? And then you just gave me a little bit of advice, like go back and ask him, like tell him from your heart why you want to do this. And I went back and said that I, wanted to do this for me, but I wanted to do it for the girls and I wanted to do it for our family. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then I signed up for a program with you, TIR with Bob through you. And my life started to change drastically. And then by January, I had signed up to become a coach myself. And I launched my coaching business in January of 2020, and we're well past 40 million in revenue in the past 5 years. So Diamond Academy turns five July 1st of
Oh
this
my
year.
goodness.
So yeah, so she's going to kindergarten. Uh, I know I always say I'm just the beginning. So yes, financially it's been a phenomenal year, but I'm also like the healthiest I've ever been. I've released 130 pounds from my body in the past 3 years, and I work out every day. I moved out of a marriage that was not fulfilling, and now I'm a single woman who I have a man in my life, but and we're not like married or anything. We're just having a good time. So I have that too. What else? What else? What else can I tell you? I don't know. We'll leave it.
Travel, opportunities being attracted to you just like that. You know who you are and what you are.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I travel between Toronto and LA. So when I don't have my girls, I'm in California, and then when I have my girls, I'm here in Toronto. And yeah, I've been on some like really big beautiful shows, and I've had my billboard up in Times Square and gotten multiple awards and best-selling books, but all of this stuff is like beautiful physical manifestations, but what they actually come from is this beautiful self-love and inner peace that like I have within, like this confidence in knowing that life is built from who I think I am. And so it's this journey of like it's an ascension journey, really just trying to be my best every single day. And like the more I want to serve and make a difference in the world, and the more bolder I do it in, the more things come to me. So I'm super grateful, but it's not the things that make me so happy. It's the consciousness that I built within me that make me so happy and make me so fulfilled.
And how different is that from when you showed up in 2019 as an ex-nurse in her network marketing company?
The version that I met you in was a very like disempowered version. I was very self-conscious, hated my body, like hated it. And even when I first got into the course with you, and it was like, okay, I want to be my best, I want to be more like successful, like let's create this dream life. I put like 150 pounds, and that I exercise at 4 in the morning every morning. And I realized very quickly, like, why? Like, why do I feel like I have to get skinny to be successful? I actually don't want to do that. Like, I actually just want to love myself. So I did actually turn to like self-love, and I built a multi-million-dollar business over 300 pounds. And I loved her, like fully 100% fell in love with her. And that's led me to who I am today. So right now, like, it doesn't matter to me the size of my body. It actually matters how my body feels and the health of it. And hey, we are not getting any younger. So as we get older, we're going to get more wrinkles. We're going to age. We're going to start to look different. Our hair color is just going to change. So now I feel like no matter what happens, I'm going to be happy.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. One of the things that I love recognizing you for is your courage. And you and I have talked about this. When Kathleen was in our community, I would see her declare these huge goals constantly. And she had the courage to jump. And I remember when we had the conversation about the house you're sitting in. Now we were at Doug's place. And you have this ability to like go for it, jump and trust and have the faith that everything's working out, that everything is, that you'll manifest it.
Yeah. Well, and that's a different belief, right? Because before I met you, my belief was is that life had a path. It had a destined destination, and I was just kind of going for the ride. But then when I started to learn about universal law and mental transmutation, I started to learn that, wait a minute, everything actually occurs from us. It's not just happening around us. So then I would sit there and go, okay, so if this were true, then that life occurred based on who I was being, and life occurred based on my decisions, then the house is mine because I choose it to be. Like, it's not that there's
Yeah.
some pathway saying whether it is mine or not, and I don't know. It's actually like creating the outcome through the idea in the mind and then acting upon it. So, yeah, I made some uncomfortable decisions. I took like the financing clause off my house when I didn't have the money. But that was an absolute act of faith that I knew would create this outcome of living in this house. I've been in here 4 years now.
Love it.
Yeah, I know. Time has gone by very fast. Time moves very fast when you're doing what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the decisions that other people like out there in the like ordinary world would call risky. Does that make sense? I love when we can do that because of our level of understanding of how it all works and who we are, what we are, and the universal laws. They're not risky at all when you have an understanding.
No, and like, what is a risk? Like, risk means that there's like something to lose. But I've just like moved my mind to this place of like, there's nothing to lose, but there's only things to gain. And also, like, Danielle, like, there's not a lot of fear left in my consciousness. Like, I've gotten very good at being like, okay, that's not real. Like, that's fake. I'm not falling for it.
Yeah.
I think I even said that to you on the phone the other day.
Did.
We chatted. I was like, oh, we're not going to fall for that. Because that's my way of just saying, like, no, this is not real. What's real is what I want. What's real is the vibration I'm matching, not what I'm observing. Yeah, it takes a bit of practice, but it doesn't have to take long, you guys.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
yeah.
And I love the word practice, because we've been talking about praxis and
Mm.
aligning. So today is the becoming her version, the embodiment, and aligning ourselves to the beliefs of our future self into the now and
Yeah.
being.
I want to share just a little example of how I did this when I was actually in your community. I was in network marketing with a company called Modere, which just closed its
I
doors. Like,
saw that.
wow. But anyway, so I was with this company, Modere, and I was like a director one or something like that. And I wanted to be elite, which was the top. There was no other level other than that one. And I saw myself there. And I remember on a call, you were talking about showing up to somewhere in the energy of that version of you. So I went to the conference on the weekend, and I was technically in the observed world director too, but I went in the energy of the elite leader. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to dress like an elite leader. I'm going to wear makeup like I would as an elite leader. I'm going to sit at the front of the room like an elite leader would. And I stepped foot in there like, this is who I am. And I remember when somebody came up to me and was like, how long have you been an elite leader for? And I was like, thank you. Like, I wasn't telling everyone I was just showing up in the energy of it, the vibration, the feeling of it. And it worked.
So then they were projecting back to you that image that you were holding in your mind. And
Oh,
there's a bit of confirmation right there.
yeah. It's so beautiful when you take ownership of the feeling that you're in every single day. Like the emotional conception of self is so beautiful because when you feel empowered, when you feel unstoppable, bold, daring, and you like walk out into the world in that energy, the rest of the world just believes you.
Yeah, and it has to adapt to that vibration. So everything in your 3D starts to mold.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
shifts. Yeah. Beautiful.
Amazing. Thank you for your time today.
Welcome.
Let's please thank Kathleen. And for those of you watching the recording or here on Facebook with us, please reach out to Kathleen, follow her. Thank you, Kathleen. Any last words of advice for people that are in day 2 of the program, maybe wondering if this is for them?
Yeah. So I sent Danielle a voice note on the weekend because I was in a very profound moment. Um, the quantum leaps and the things that are happening in my life are beyond what the version of I was then would have even imagined, to be quite honest. Um, so I sent her a voice note on the weekend to just thank her in gratitude for what she did for me at the beginning of my journey and everything that I learned and the decision that I made that sent me down this course. So I say that to say that this could be you in 5 years, literally sending a voice message back to Danielle to say thank you in gratitude for everything that she did for you and for all the knowledge and the information. But that's only going to be the story if you decide that that's the story. So, Danielle, I'm so grateful for you. I love you so much. Can't wait to see you. We'll see you soon. And we're going to continue to work together to raise collective consciousness because collaboration is the key to it all. Love you so much.
Thank you for being you. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for the impact that you're making in the world. I love
Anytime.
you.
Anytime. Love you guys.
Congratulations.